Hey guys, this is Mindy back with another cup of love, cup of wisdom. Let's get in here and do an energy check and see what's going on. Remember, this can be past, present, or future energy. So remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, flip the slides and rolls as needed. Keep in mind this is a collective read, not a personal read. If you would like a personal read, the details are in my description box for my channel. And you can also email me at aceofcups0@yahoo.com. So let's see if anything comes out of here. And nothing. But I do have Beetlejuice playing in the background, so I'm going to jump to my Beetlejuice and Labyrinth cards, see if anything comes out of here. I guess so. So this could have something to do with a house being watched, or a home, or something being enlightened or illuminated regarding a home. Somebody was trying to stop from happening. Someone is watching and waiting for a tower moment. So someone is waiting for a tower moment to hit about something being illuminated regarding a home or a housing situation. This could be a shady-ass couple that's involved in this, partnership. It could be you. It could be somebody else. You could be getting a new house. You could be getting set free or trapped from a housing situation. So if someone has you trapped in like a hell house situation, you could be getting a new home. Or you could feel trapped in a house. Someone could be wanting you to be trapped in a house. Ooh, yeah, there's a snake here. So there's definitely a snake. These came out sideways. This is now near future energy. Someone who's very dark intentioned. They want to keep you trapped in a house. There's a snake here that wants to keep you right where you're at. They don't want you to move away. They don't want you to move. They like you right where you're at. And this person has dark intentions for you. Yeah, they didn't want you to escape. So someone's trying to keep hidden that they've tried to keep you trapped and unable to escape from a hell house situation or a bad housing situation. Dealing with corrupt people, possibly an ex connected to this. That's come out a lot in the readings. Your ex could be connected to these shady-ass people. You could be telling the truth. And someone could be possessed or under the influence of something. Someone is not in control of themselves. So you could be telling the truth about someone being controlled by some sort of spirit, deity, entity, whatever the case, but there's some sort of truth being spoken about somebody very dark, very, very dark, snake energy. There was something very shocking discovered about a feminine, or there's a feminine here that could have been shocked to find something out. Could be someone finding out and shocked that you were telling the truth. That you weren't just making stuff up, that you're not just lazy, that you're not just a slacker, that you were dealing with people that were trying to cause you problems and drama intentionally. This may be shocking for someone to find out. It could even be your family that's shocked about this, community, a group, an organization. There's someone here who's shocked to find out that you were speaking the truth. You were not lying. You were not making this up. If you were being gang stalked, maybe these people never heard of that term before it happened to you. Maybe you didn't even believe it before it happened to you. But it's been happening to somebody. There's a lot of drama and chaos surrounding a home. And it has nothing to do with what you're doing. You're just trying to live, survive, possibly get out of a bad situation. But someone's sitting back and waiting on a payday for something. And once again, this could be someone who's trying to collect on some sort of insurance money. Possibly for a house. Someone could be trying to cause the destruction of a home that you're in or inhabiting. And they think they're going to get some sort of money. However, you may have receipts. You may have been smart enough to give someone else a copy of these receipts, pictures, witnesses. So if someone's trying to intentionally cause destruction for a home you're living in, it doesn't matter if it's your home or not. It doesn't matter if they're calling you a squatter or a tenant. It doesn't matter what's going on in this situation. They're not going to get this money. I can tell you that point blank bottom line. Spirit said, hell to the nah. You're not getting shit. Because what you did to someone who stands in the upright, someone who is possibly a light worker, an earth angel, whoever these shady people are that are trying to get money or a payday off of this person, they could be trying to cause the destruction of a home and blame it on a divine femme or masculine. But you're telling the truth about a situation, about something being staged, something was show, something is fake, something is a fraud, a scam. I'm getting insurance scam. Someone's trying to commit insurance scam or fraud. Because someone was pissed off. Someone is sitting back waiting for you to agree to marry. I don't know what the hell's going on with this situation, but someone is sitting back waiting for you to come to them so that they can marry you. There's a feminine energy. Someone is sitting back waiting for a feminine energy to come to them. After they did all this dark shit to you, someone is sitting back and expecting you to just show up on their doorstep or communicate with them, tell them how you feel, that you love them, that, you know, you forgive all the shit that they did to you. But there's someone here who's sitting back and waiting, and you told the truth about this person and these people, whatever they're doing to you. Someone is literally sitting back and waiting for like a bride to show up on their doorstep. This person had dark intentions for you, with you from the beginning, and they were throwing a fit. Someone was throwing a fit that they let you slip through their fingers. So they were throwing a tantrum. They snapped. Telling you someone wants to marry a divine femme, and there's a shady ass emperor here that wanted to do you dirty and then expect you to be in a committed relationship or situation with them. And they wanted to marry you. Maybe they took a life insurance policy out on you, whether you know it or not. But someone is trying to collect some sort of insurance money. And this could be a double-edged sword. Someone could have insurance on a home that they're trying to destroy and make it look like an accident. And this emperor is connected to that group of people. And this person could have taken a life insurance policy out on you, and they want to marry you. And so that way, when you come up unalived, they all get money. They all get a reward from this. This person wants to hurt you. They want to marry you. Feminine, divine femme, they want you to be their bride. Emperor in the reverse, so they can hurt you. They want to hurt you bad. I'm so tired of this dark ass energy. I hate this energy. But like I said before, so in a recent reading I just did, you did a cord cutting, and someone can't get back in your energy, so they're trying to reconnect with you. So they're trying to cause this drama, leave clues, hence try to communicate with you telepathically. They want back into your energy. They need to be connected to your energy. This person is a vampire, an energy vampire. They could be a literal vampire. Someone's acting childish as hell. Oh, you're so immature. Someone wants you to look like you're immature, but they're childish. They could be older than you, and they're acting like a child. This person was a bottomless pit. Someone was a bottomless pit. You're going to receive some sort of communication about this immature person or whatever actions they took. You or somebody else, but it's going to be happy news. There's someone here who's acting immature, and there's going to be some sort of communication or information you're going to receive that's going to make you very happy about this bottomless pit. This is like King or Queen of Pentacles energy in the reverse. Someone who's willing to do anything and everything to make a buck, except go out and fucking work for it. Excuse me, get off those. They're show bales, not play bales. I told you there's something that's for show. Something is fake. Something is a prop. Like a house or a home. It's a prop. It's staged. It's a staging area. It was meant for you to meet your final demise, your final destination. Final destination, the movies could be significant. Someone is like taking the role upon themselves and acting as if they are death itself. They're trying to bring destruction and chaos and death to you. And if they're working with some sort of deity, if they're being controlled by a deity or spirit, they're, you know, the real deity or entity or demon that would possess those qualities may find out about this, may be getting pissed off, and that may be why you're protected. And I went into that a little bit in a previous reading where someone was being controlled by a demon. I'm hearing demon possession, okay? Whether it's that actual demon that possess this person and stop them from taking some sort of action, or a higher ranking demonic entity or demon, you have protection with this entity, whatever it is. And you also have connections on the other side of the coin, as above, so below. Okay, karma's a bitch, don't you know? Okay, so you have respect on both sides of the coin here. Something is for show. Something is fake. It was always faked. You were intended. I'm not going to say you were meant to. I started to say you were meant to, but you were not meant to, because maybe in a past life you did get unalived by somebody, this group, whatever. That's not how it's going down in this lifetime. They were supposed to make it right this lifetime. They did not. They chose not to. Instead, they chose to FAFO. Fuck around and find out. You're going number 1. You've got 10 seconds. In the reverse, this person wanted attention, money, fame, fortune. They're gluttonous. It's like they're never satisfied. No matter how much they get, they want more. So this person thrives on attention. They're very attention seeking. They have attention seeking behavior. It's like the child. If they feel like you're not giving them enough attention, they'll start acting out and doing bad things, because any attention is still attention. Even if it's bad attention, it's still attention. And you're not giving them any attention, so they're trying to get your attention because they need to connect back to your energy. And they're craving this. It's like it's driving this person insane. That's why I caution you guys about, doing certain kinds of spell work and stuff, because that stuff is very dangerous. I don't care if you know what you're doing or not. It's very dangerous. That's cool. Hey, you know what's even cooler? The Triceratops, every other dinosaur that's ever existed, you're unimpressed. You know something is for show. You know something is staged. It's a stage. These are actors. I'm not saying these are paid actors. They're actually doing some shady shit to you, but everyone is playing a role that is staged. It's fake. It's not real, and you need to realize that. And if you don't, you need to tell yourself, this isn't real. It's really happening, but it's not real. This is not my reality. You need to tell yourself that. You need to tell the universe this. You need to read out some Psalms. 91, 92, 107, I heard. 109. I accidentally ran over. It's a Christmas miracle. I told you, someone tried to make something look like an accident. Like, oh, it's a miracle. This finally happened for us. We're going to get this big payday. And it was all meant to be a setup. It's a disguise. It was staged. Pipes, electrical issues, issues with the law, with CPS. Someone was not doing their job. Just doing my job in the reverse. No, you're not. If you were doing your job, you would have fixed some sort of issues. This keeps going back to like the maintenance, a real estate property, a rental property. There are issues. Keep your receipts. Make sure someone else has a copy of these receipts. Take pictures. Have witnesses. Make sure you document that you reported this shit to somebody and they refuse to fix it, so that when they try to go and claim this insurance money, this claim, if something catastrophic does happen, their asses are going straight to jail. Do not collect $200 fucking dollars. They will be brought up on federal charges for attempted unaliving, attempted insurance fraud, medical fraud, whatever these people are doing. They're about to get their asses handed to them on a silver fucking platter. This shit is pissing me off to no end, because I'm just so fed up with this energy, and I know you guys are. I know you're ready to move on from this shit. They need to move on. And they won't. They refuse. So the divine is forcing their asses to move forward, because they just won't quit. They will not quit. They will not quit. It's all staged. Someone refused to do their job. They're unethical. Yes, I have a wig for every single person in the office. You never know when you're going to need to bear a passing resemblance to someone. Someone's trying to copy you, imitate you, mimic you. You're unimpressed by this copycat piece of shit, whether it's a man or a woman. It does not matter. Whether this is someone who's trying to copy your gifts, talents, your job, your career, how you look, you're unimpressed, because you know you're the original, and you know that if they were in your situation, they would not have made it as far as you have, because there's no way. Copycats, imitations are not as good as the original, and this person is a wannabe. Someone's a wannabe. Someone was willing to do anything and everything, and they're a wannabe. Everything is fake. This whole situation is fake. It's really happening. Don't get me wrong. It's really happening, but it's all fake. It was all staged. It was all planned out. It was all bullshit from the very beginning. Someone is expecting you to open up your heart to them. This is now. Someone is waiting for you. This is that dark person. They're waiting for you so that they can trap you up. They want you right where you're at because they want your only escape from your situation to be them. This is a forced action. They are trying to force your hand, force you to have no other way out of this rat maze except to go to them. And they want you to open up your heart, but they're trying to force this. This is someone who doesn't want you to have your own free will or have a choice. They don't want you to willingly choose them. This person is trying to force your ass to do it because they know you don't want to. Because you know what's going to happen if you do. If you open up your heart to this person, they will ultimately destroy you because they want money. How do you think they got their money? I don't care if this person has a nice house. Maybe they don't have much in it. Where do you think they get their money from? Especially if they have pay attention to the signs, okay? If someone has a nice shiny house, a couple of cars, even if they don't have anything in it, but yet they don't make very much at whatever job they're working at, do the fucking math. Where do you think they're getting that money from? How do you think they're paying their bills? Especially if this is a man. Are they man whoring? Are they a gigolo? What are they doing? They're doing something shady to get that money. And don't tell me they just all of a sudden up one day got rich and got all this stuff. They don't advertise it. They hide it. They stay low key. They try to keep their head down, their hat down. They try to keep their true identity, their true personality covered up so people don't see them for who they are. And this could be a woman too. I'm just saying, pay attention to shit. Unless you know for a fact that this person got some sort of unexpected money or an inheritance, you better start questioning how this person got their money. And that is a huge red flag. You need to actually, I'm not saying be scared. Don't be scared of this person, but you need to have a healthy understanding of the situation. Everything is for show. Yes, they may be trying to unalive you, but their spell work, if they're doing spell work, if there's a practitioner involved, it only works if you're in fear. They can only reconnect to your energy if you are in fear because they thrive on fear and chaos and destruction. This is like Loki energy, but I feel like Loki would be pissed off at this motherfucker for pretending to be them. And Loki, I don't know why I said Loki, but Loki might actually step in. Maybe that's who this person is calling upon. Because they want destruction, chaos. I'm getting a lot of chaos magic. This person may have summoned Loki to come attack you. And did you see? I don't know if you saw that. But when I said Loki, all those cards that flew out like that. I feel like I'm on the right track here. And I don't know. People, they don't want you to move. Change of residence, moving in with your partner. They don't want you to move. They want you stuck. They don't want you moving in with anybody else. They don't want you partnering up with anybody else. They're keeping secrets from you. Someone has a secret to tell you. Confession. They don't want to tell you that they don't want you to move. They don't want you to know that they're the ones keeping you stuck and that there's someone else involved. There's someone standing in the middle of this because you may be getting unexpected help. A water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be significant. So someone's in the middle trying to sabotage this. They're trying to sabotage you. They're keeping this confession that they're never going to tell you. They're not going to tell you the truth. That it's them that was doing this intentionally, that was stopping you from moving. Challenges. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. Someone needs to heal themselves. And that is a challenge for someone because they don't want to. This person was confused about their sexuality. So they could have been confused about their sexuality or wanted you to be confused about your sexuality. Maybe they told people you were confused about your sexuality so that someone else or anyone else wouldn't come towards you. So they could have been telling everyone under the sun that would listen that you were gay just so they wouldn't come towards you and make you any love offer. However, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Fate stepped in. Karma said, I don't think so, bitch. Hold up. Wait a minute. You'll be traveling soon. They didn't stop shit. They may have delayed you, but they didn't stop anything. You're going to be getting a rest, a vacation, a time to recuperate and heal from all the shit that they have been throwing your way. Believe that. Put it in writing. Stamp it, seal it, and notarize that shit. Take it to the bank. Cash it. Get your payday. And move on with your life. These people are not worth your time. Because even with all these heavy burdens, you're still persevering. 10 of Wands. You have the strength and courage. You know, you need to have your strength and courage handy. You are strong. That's how you're getting through this. These people in this third-party situation did not have a victory. These people that were working together, up to 3 or more people, they're not getting a victory off of you, off the government, off of an insurance scam, off of a life insurance scam. These motherfuckers aren't getting a goddamn dime off of you. They really got it twisted this lifetime. They really did. If you pay attention to all the signs and what's going on in this world, and if people are saying the end is near, all the shit, you really think in this lifetime, if this is the one that's going to be the final, you know, the final reset button, that, you know, this may have been their final chance to make something right. After how many lifetimes, how many times things get reset in the universe, timelines get shifted, merged, changed, energy changes, energy shifts, the Mandela effect, everything that's happening. This was the final time. They don't get a do-over. They may have another lifetime. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But I feel like this is the final end before the reset button, the final lifetime to make things right within situations. Now what happens after this? I guess we're all on the same list as far as waiting and to find out what's going to happen. You know, they're sacrificing the heifer over, what is it, over in Israel, the Middle East, whatever's going on with that. They're going to be rebuilding the temple. This is what the Bible calls like the end of time shit. This, you know, whether you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. Feel the energy. Read the fucking room. Okay? Pull your head out of your ass and not get caught up in semantics long enough to read the fucking room. Shit's hitting the fan. This is the last chance for people to make shit right. And if they don't, I don't care if you believe in a heaven or hell or not, one might exist after this final reset. Because some people don't deserve to be on the new earth or whatever is about to happen. I just heard lost souls, a sea of lost souls, so whatever that means. Knight of Wands, someone's rushing in with some sort of communication or information. They're moving quick too. They're moving with a quickness. They're nervous and scared. They want to send you a message. You're going to receive a message quickly. Someone's scared, someone's nervous, someone's anxious, they're jittery. They couldn't stop obsessing about money. I'm telling you, these people that work together were obsessed with money, life insurance, home insurance, fraud. They were trying to collect and get 2 birds with 1 stone. So if they were trying to keep you trapped in a house and you were supposed to be unalived, you could be in a marriage you don't know about already. So it's like, okay, well, if this person's not going to live with me and let me, you know, abuse them and do what I want with them, and use them for my pleasure, then they don't need to be alive and I can get a payout off of this person. And they're partnered up with these shady ass, scamming ass real estate people who want to collect insurance money on a house that they can't rent out or sell because it would cost too much to fix and repair, and they have no intention of doing that. So if you're in that house and you mysteriously come up unalived, then they all win. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. You can't. Not in this reading. You can tell me it doesn't apply to you. Okay, then. It doesn't. There was a betrayal here because of money. I'm telling you. It's about the money. It's always about the money. That is the main motivation for everything. But you had more than one person that was going to benefit off of your death. Let me make that clear. Let me say it again for those who didn't hear. There was more than one person that was going to benefit off of you being dead. And this is being brought to light. Call them out on it. Say it. Speak it loud and proud. Someone is waiting for someone to go to the police and make a report so that someone can accuse you of making a wrongful report and get you arrested and set up. Be careful about that. You can report shit if something is wrong. I'm not saying don't report it. Be careful. Someone is trying to set another person up in so many different ways. This is not just about unaliving. They have plans, backup plans, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, fuck you, fuck me, fuck everybody, okay? This person wants to see you go down in a blaze of, I want to say glory, but they don't want you to, you know, they want the glory and recognition off of accomplishing this. And the truth is being illuminated about a Queen of Swords and the injuries that were done to you, Divine Femme. I told you, this is someone who's probably single, someone who's probably independent. These people can't stand it. This masculine can't stand it. They really hate you for being so independent. They can't stand you because they can't manipulate you. They hate you for being healed. They hate you for missing their traps. They hate everything about you. And I'm hearing that Ugly Kid Joe song. I hate everything about you. About you. And of course your family is in on this too. Or at least some of them. Or at least one of them. There's barriers. For someone here, an Emperor, there's barriers here. Something is frozen when it comes to this Emperor because of a partnership with an Empress. Working with an Empress. So someone could be married or there's a divine partnership. I'm telling you. Okay, so here's where the problem gets fucked up. Here's time out. Okay. So here's where everything's going wrong. I told you this Emperor has an attachment. Possession. Those eyes, those glowing eyes, this person has an attachment. They're probably possessed, okay? The barrier for this, and it's everything I just said, but I'm going to spell it out for you in the cards in the order they came out with. Emperor, barrier, there's a divine union, a divine connection. And if it's not with the Emperor, it's with the entity that's attached to this Emperor, because that entity is attached to this Empress. She's mine. That's what I heard. She's mine. Okay, that's why you're still alive. Because something that attached to this Emperor, there's a divine contract here. I'm not saying it's a godly contract if it's with a demon. I don't know what went on in your all's past lives. This is a collective read. But whatever was supposed to happen, there's a divine union, a divine contract. It has to be honored between either this masculine or the person or entity, whatever is attached to this person. And I feel like it's more of the thing that's attached to them that they called upon to hurt this Empress. There's some sort of contract with this Empress with that entity, deity. What I don't even want to say deity. I'm here, demon. It's a demon. It's a goddamn demon. Okay, but this demon, she's mine. Okay, you cannot fuck with this Empress. I don't know who, what, why, where, when, and how. Don't ask me in the comments. This is not a personal read. And even in personal reads, man, sometimes I don't pick up on as much as I do in the collective reads. I mean, I pick up on a lot, but this is very, and there's reasons for that. You're not supposed to know everything. You're supposed to figure out some shit for yourselves, okay? Don't expect a tarot reader to give you all the information. Well, what does this mean? What does that mean? You're supposed to do your own shadow work. Otherwise, you're not a fucking Empress. Don't claim to be an Empress. Don't claim to be a High Priestess if you're not willing to do the work. Thank you. Same with the men, okay? Same with the men. And this can also be flipped, okay? If you're a man dealing with this, if this message resonates for you and you're the masculine that's actually in the upright, there's a crazy-ass female that's trying to do this to you, and there's an attachment to the crazy bitch that's trying to take you out. But the attachment is saying that you belong to them, okay? I mean, it goes the other way, too. It can, it will, and it does. But someone here didn't give you the offer you've been waiting for, and they've been experiencing bad luck and a negative outcome. Because even if you have an attachment, you know, you do have some sort of free will. Even if you're being controlled by spirit, you still have some sort of control over yourself. And whatever outcome this was, it's not a positive one. It was very heartbreaking. This person didn't admire you. They chose a different route. They chose a different person. Maybe the soul contract was with the soul and not the attachment. There's an attachment, whether it's the person, whether it's the emperor's soul itself, and it's a soul contract, or a demon contract. There is very clearly no ands, ifs, buts, question about it. Your soul, their soul is saying, you're mine, but the demon is saying, hell to the no, you're mine, or it's the other way around. This person could have forsaken you, walked away from you, chose different lifestyle, wanted a different life. You know, they're greedy. They were supposed to make this up to you in this lifetime. And this demon's like, no, she's mine. You are supposed to be this person's vessel. You were supposed to be this person's earth husband. I picked you out for this female. You were supposed to take care of my woman. Like, I'm telling, don't get mad at me. Doesn't matter. This woman's moving on to calmer waters. This divine femme. There's communication. And there's a permanent ending here in a tower moment. You know. Next, batter up. Runner up. Okay. So if you chose not to, if this is a masculine that chose not to fulfill their contract, or whatever case this was, who chose not to cooperate with this demon, you know what the next thing for them is death. If this masculine willingly let this demon possess him, death. And they chose it, death. Death. Tower, Ten of Swords, death, ending, done. Finito. And it could have been a trick. You know, if this person is into dark magic, summoned upon this demon, and this demon has a contract with this feminine, whether this feminine knew it or not, okay? Maybe this feminine didn't even know that this demon was in love with them. I don't know. There's some shit that goes on in the astral planes, in past lives, previous lives. There's shit. We don't know everything. I don't care how many times you know, how many people say they've been reincarnated as this, that, and the other. You know how many people say they've been reincarnated as Cleopatra, this, that, and the other. You don't always know. You may want to know, you may resonate with that person, you may feel like their energy or spirit's connected to you. Whatever the case, we don't know everything, and there's a reason for that. There's a risky commitment here. There is a risky situation. It's not going to sit well with everybody. And who the hell, I'm just going to be honest, let's just keep it real. Who the hell wants to hear that they have a demon that's in love with them or obsessed with them? I mean, who really, I mean, I'm sure there's some that would, but, Sagittarius, the Sagittarius symbol? Is that a Sagittarius symbol? The Archer? Sagittarius could be significant. So this demon could have reincarnated into a Sagittarius or possessed this Sagittarius. I don't want to say demon reincarnates. It's more of a possession because they're... Yeah, I don't want to get into that. And they're in love with this Queen of Cups. The person, the soul, or the demon, the attachment, okay? They're in love with this Queen of Cups, this light worker. And this is so forbidden. This goes against everything under the sun, okay? Because they say you have to be balanced with the light and the dark. However, they also say that light and dark cannot coexist at the same time. Told you, we don't fucking know everything. I don't care who claims to know everything, and if they say they do, they don't. Someone lost their gifts. So if this masculine tried to take back control over a demon that is attached to them after they summoned them or willingly let them possess them, they lost everything. Whatever spiritual gifts they had, if they were mirroring your spiritual gifts or had similar spiritual gifts, they lost them with Eight of Pentacles, and they lost some money with it. And they're about to lose their life because of the heartbreak. And there's no way that this person can make this right because you've already stepped off. You've already walked away. And you know that they're the ones that are keeping you trapped and stuck. And they keep fucking shit up over and over again. Instead of just coming to you and telling you the truth and making this right in this lifetime, they continue to do the dark shit. And that's not... don't get mad at me. Do not. It's not the demon that's doing that. It's the person. It's them and their free will that's doing that. Because I feel like more than anything, it's the demon that's attached to this person that's in love with this Queen of Cups. And don't ask me how, what, why, when, where. I don't know. It's just what I'm getting. This person brought themselves under judgment, because if it was the man and the soul that was attached to this person, they wouldn't be losing their spiritual gifts. They wouldn't have abused their power. They wouldn't have abused this feminine. It would be the deity, the entity, the demon. It would be the attachment. This attachment said, she's mine. There's a group of people here that's connected to this King of Cups, or that's going to support you, work together with you. This could be a family, an organization, up to 8 people possibly. There's a group of people here that are in the upright with this Queen of Cups. This could be a soul tribe, a group, you know. There's some sort of communication about you coming up out of the cold. This could be a group of people of like 8 people working together, making a collection. Maybe they're going to come together and buy you a home, purchase you a home, gift you a home, something. I don't know, but you're coming up out of this situation. You're going to receive some sort of communication, because it's over. The 10 of Cups, and they're obsessed. They can't stop thinking about it, and they're in despair because they know they fucked up. And this demon reminds them every day that they fucked up. That's why they're drowning in drugs, alcohol, obscure sexual practices, okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. That's why they're drowning in this. And they're trying to forget, but they can't forget. They can't. They cannot forget. And this has them in despair because you walked away, and they just can't accept it, that they fucked up. And this was the last chance for them to make it right. Because in a past lifetime, this person chose to unalive you. But this person opened themselves up. You have to remember, when you do tarot readings, when you do any kind of magic, when you summon demons, deities, entities, when you work with them, when you make offerings to them, you are entering into a contract with them or opening a portal. Okay? Depending on what kind of offerings you make, or if you're asking them to do something, there's a price to pay for everything. And I hope y'all get that shit straight. There's always a price to pay. Balancing always has to be made right. Haven't you ever heard, how they say you're not supposed to thank a fae because then you're indebted to them and then you owe them something? Because if you say thank you to them, you're acknowledging that they did something to you and something's out of balance. So then you owe them something. And until you figure out what that is and pay up, they're going to do whatever they do in your life. You know what I'm saying? There's so much more to this spiritual stuff, and people just want to dabble in a little bit of it. And that's fine. But just realize that when you do something, when you pick up a deck of tarot cards, if you don't have your deck cleansed, if you don't have your energy cleansed, if you yourself are not pure of heart and your energy is not neutral, you are opening a portal, and you open up yourself to possession, to entities, to deities, to misinformation, to whatever. And sometimes people just make shit up. I've seen people read cards and nothing that they're talking about has anything to do with the cards. And that's not intuition. That's not being an intuitive reader. That's just making shit up to confuse people who don't know any better. That's why you always start with the true intention of a card, the real meaning of a card, before you go changing the intention or meaning in your readings, whatever. Be careful. If you don't read tarot, but you watch tarot, you still might want to take a moment to actually learn what some of these cards mean, because some of these people hold up cards and their actual meaning has nothing to do with what they're trying to tell you. They're just telling you what they want, what you want to hear, so they can bait you in. And I'm not talking shit about any specific readers. I'm just telling you how it is. I know what I've seen. I know what I feel when I see some of these things. And I just there's barriers here. There's something being paused. There was an injustice. Somebody was not compassionate. Someone did not care. So someone was not admiring you. That's the opposite of admiration. They didn't want to give you their emotions. They didn't really care per se what happened to you. They cared more about creating the injustice and getting the money from it instead. They kind of left emotions at the door with the Page of Cups. It's the bare minimum. They're very immature emotionally. Once again, the devil, a deal, a partnership, something could be considered taboo, risky here. Somebody wants to partner up with you, but they're stuck here. So there's a deal that's frozen. This can also be that contract. I'm telling you, there's a contract here. The Hangman. This demon could be very pissed off that, and you know what? This feminine could have had a demon contract. They could have had a contract with this demon. And this masculine is standing in the way of that contract being fulfilled. And they actually could have null and voided out this contract. And now there's hell to pay. Let me just make that shit clear. This feminine could have willingly entered into a contract with this demon. There are terms and conditions to this contract, and they're, like any contracts, the fine print, okay? There's fine print that completely destroys this contract. This masculine interfered with this contract and violated some of the terms that this feminine had with this demon, and it actually made this contract null and void, and this demon is pissed off, and now they're going to wreak havoc on this masculine and everything that is attached to this masculine. All the chaos, the destruction that this masculine tried to bring to this feminine is going back to them, and this demon is pissed with a vengeance because she is mine, and he just lost this female, or the control, or the deal that they had. Like, whatever strings this demon had attached to this feminine are no more. And that may be a good thing or bad thing, depending on how this feminine felt about it or what they got out of it. You know, this feminine could have entered into this when they were doing some sort of shadow work, whatever. You know, that's your business. I don't want to get into that. That's between you and whatever this is. You have to have light and dark, okay? Whatever deal you made, this masculine fucked it up. And this demon's pissed. There's hell to pay. And there's a special place in hell. I don't care if you believe in it or not. This demon is like wanting to drag this person to hell and just torture them for eternity because of what they did. It cost them their contract with this divine femme. And here's the thing. You can agree or disagree with this, but this divine femme is a light worker and a good worker. They don't use their shit for bad purposes. They don't use their stuff to hex and curse. They use stuff for protection. So they could have actually utilized this demon like as protection. Like I said, I don't want to get into it. You know, whatever aspects of the contract, that's that's y'all's business. But it could have been used as a form of protection, not hexing, cursing, causing destruction to anyone else. But there's a respect there, a respect of the laws, spiritual and karmic, natural laws, whatever the case is. There was an agreement here, a deal. And someone got in the way of this, and they're in trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. And we're 42 minutes in. This is some bad stuff for someone. This is some really bad stuff. Because of a decision that someone made. This divine femme is free and clear. They get a clean slate, a new beginning. They can go in any direction that they want to. And there's a new cycle here. So it's kind of like this divine femme could be stepping out into the unknown, because in past lives this person could have been unalived, right? They didn't make it this far. And they could have been astro traveling in the dream state, whatever the case is. This person had knowledge in this lifetime that they didn't have before, so that they could avoid these traps. And this could be in the form of dreams, okay? So like you could have been astro traveling in your dream state. These could even be visions or traveling while you're awake and conscious, okay? You could have been under the influence of drugs or alcohol when this happened. There's nothing, you know, I don't have anything to say about that one way or another. You can do that however you do, okay? But you had knowledge this lifetime that you didn't have before, and so you made it further than you did before. It's kind of like when you play a video game and you keep dying in the same spot over and over again, and you're so used to it, you can fly up to the point, to that part where you keep dying over and over again. Well, now you're past that point, so you don't know what's coming. You don't know what to expect. You're in new territory, and I feel like this is for a lot of people, not just one person. Many people and souls have surpassed their death date. So it's like new uncharted territory in a way, because people have, you know, that had the choice to make some sort of contracts right, or make some sort of karma right, or balance something out. They chose not to. And so this is the final reset. There's like a final culmination, a big climax that's about to come. and reset everything across the board, all these timelines, whatever is going on here. There's a big event that's about to happen. Whether you call it the end of the world, going home, going back to the planet you came from, whatever the hell you call it, that's your business. I'm just telling you what the energy is. And this is some deep shit. Like, this goes deep. And there's a very emotional situation, because there was a lot of talk and gossip going on about this deal, this risky commitment, because of what this person did to you when they were at a crossroads and they had a decision to make, and they chose on the wrong side of the Wheel of Fortune. So when they came up with a decision on the Wheel of Fortune to make a choice and move higher up on the wheel or let them fall, they were at a crossroads. They chose the wrong side. These are all in the reverse. So they chose the wrong side of the Wheel of Fortune here. And, you know, that's where free will comes in. Even if this person has an attachment to them, the soul still gets to choose to an extent what gets to happen. They still get to choose to take some sort of action. Okay, so whether this person was a willing vehicle or willing participant in this attachment, there's an attachment, there's a possession, whatever the case is, that does not mean this person doesn't have any control whatsoever. They still have, if they still have a soul, if they still have breath in their body, they still have some sort of control over their action in this situation, and they chose wrong. And now this demon is pissed off because they chose wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made a bad choice. And it affected their contract that they had with somebody else. And it just so happens it's a divine femme, a high priestess, a light worker, whoever this is, starseed, whatever the hell you call yourself, earth angel. I don't know. There's so many different names, and I don't get caught up on that shit like some of y'all do. It doesn't really matter. If you're on the up and up, you know it. You don't have to go around claiming shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't know, then just don't say, you know, even if you know, like, just, someone's juggling here. Finances, you have this money coming to you. So if you're juggling finances and, you know, someone was trying to interfere with your money, doing spell work on your money, your finances, if this is your ex that fucked you up financially, doing all this crazy shit to you, there's a big tower moment that's about to hit. Because of this money that's coming to you, you're not stuck anymore. If they wanted you trapped in Hell House, waiting for them to get their money and do their shit, you're going to get this money. It's on its way to you. Even if you haven't gotten it yet, it's still coming. The Knight of Pentacles. You're juggling. You're going to get relief. As above, so below. You're good on both sides of the coin. Divine femme or masculine. You know, if you're a masculine in this situation that just happens to be in your feminine energy, you're good. You're going to be good. You're always going to be good. But someone could literally be losing their mind and end up in a mental institution. Someone's walking away. Someone is walking away. So, you know, this person could actually end up going into like a spiritual psychosis because of this, because this demon is so pissed off that it's going to cause like a mental break in their psyche. They're going to lose their shit and do something, possibly end up in prison, jail, dead, whatever the case. Someone could be suffering from spiritual psychosis, or they're going into this because of the choice they made. Because they chose not to be compassionate, caring, because they offered you the bare minimum. And, you know, they didn't communicate with you. There was a lack of communication. There was no, like, you could tell this person didn't give a shit about you in their communication. It's like there was no feeling, there was no emotion behind whatever communication they did have when they did communicate with you. So you just walked away. You're walking away. You did, or you're going to. It's like, you know, this person isn't, their heart's not in it. Maybe they don't have a heart, you know. But someone is obsessed with this. Someone has an obsession. You're walking away from someone who has this obsession and addiction, whether it's with you or whatever else, and it could be an addiction or obsession with money. They hurt you, though. They hurt you. And then we have a King of Swords here. So there's a King of Swords here that is still suffering from some sort of addiction or obsession, and that could have to do with the spiritual psychosis. They can't control this anymore. At one point, okay, so let me clarify. So we have free will, we make choices, right? But when your mental state breaks, becomes fractured, there will come a time where you do lose complete control over yourself at some point. especially dealing with this kind of things. And there are certain people who are trained on how to do this. There's a chick on TikTok that specifically does stuff like this. Like, people pay her to go like to the astral planes and like fix contracts, get rid of all this crazy shit. I'm not going to mention her name. I don't do that. I don't like advertise for anyone or, you know, whatever. But there are people who are trained on how to do this. Not fakes, not scams, not people who are going to rip you off. I feel like this person is very educated, and I don't always agree with everything they say. Just because they're educated doesn't mean they know everything. But this person knows what they're doing when it comes to shit like this, okay? Because they've actually suffered through this themselves, so they know how to conquer it. They know how to beat it. They're still alive to tell the tale, and they help other people get through this and survive it. So it happens. I don't know if this masculine's going to be able to get through this. I mean, I suppose there's always a choice, but they hurt someone to the... I mean, this demon said there's hell to pay. Like, there's hell to pay. And this person is going through the worst of the worst. If they have addictions and obsessions with pill, alcohol, this is making it worse. This demon could have brought some more attachments along with them. Like the Legion. A Legion. The Legion. I heard the Legion. The Legion. So I don't know what the fuck the Legion specific, you know, like if it's a very specific set group of demons or if it's just the number of legions, but the Legion is what I heard. So there was some secrets about the injuries that was caused to someone. This may have been you keeping the secrets. The Three of Pentacles. There was talk going on about this though, and about how somebody just wanted some sort of recognition or award. They wanted to be awarded something, and I feel like this is money. So there are people talking about what this group of people did, this ex of yours and these shady ass realtors or real estate people, what they did. There's a lot of talk going on about what they did to you and what they expected to get from it. This is a literal attempted murder, okay? There's no dancing around it. Up your spiritual protection. Up your spiritual protection. Double down on it. At least, especially now, with all this chaos shit going on, with the solar stuff, the retrograde stuff, with Aries. Aries is, yeah. Your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend is involved. Make sure you up your spiritual protection when it comes to your exes. Like, if you have to do a certain binding ritual, whatever, award, I don't know what y'all do. Everyone has their specific things they go to, and I don't advertise what I do and don't do because it's no one's business but my own. Just like whatever you do is your business. I just tell you how it is, what you need to do, or offer some advice on what I see here in the cards, what Spirit's telling you to do. Up your spiritual protection, whether it's just a prayer, lighting a candle, saying something, an affirmation, whatever you're going to do, you need to do it. Because someone was driving by your home and someone needs to watch their spending. So there's an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend involved here that may need to watch their spending. You may be watching your spending at this time because you could be juggling finances because of what this person did to you. Like I said, that shit's going back to them. That chaos, and they didn't see this coming. They didn't expect it because they've never had this happen before. They think it's no big deal. It's not serious. There's no consequences. You break a demon contract and see what kind of consequences there are or are not. Because it's not the feminine that broke this contract that they had with this situation. It was the masculine that did it. Someone was set up. They think it's no big deal that they tried to set you up and get this money. Oh, shit. Fuck. I just heard Lucifer says otherwise. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Y'all aren't fucking around with just some normal everyday. This masculine wasn't just fucking around with just some lower level demon. Because as soon as I put down, it's not serious, there's no consequences, and I felt that it was the masculine that did this. I heard Lucifer says otherwise. So, wow. Holy shit. So Lucifer and a Legion, this masculine's Wow. Wow. And they were just acting immature. I thought this was high school. They really thought this was no big deal to call upon that specific entity. I'm just going to say entity at this moment, because I don't want to be offensive to anything. Obviously, I'm reading cards, so a portal could be open. I'm not trying to be offensive to anything. So, and I don't want to keep repeating the name. So I'm just going to say the entity for now. Someone's about to be really embarrassed or ashamed because there's a raid, drug bust, SWAT team, law enforcement's involved. Someone is crying in the reverse. So this person was immature crying. Maybe they don't cry. Maybe they needed to have a good cry. They need to do some shadow work. They were crying because you did a cord cutting on them. So they could have been at a distance. You know, they were acting immature. You did a cord cutting on them because they pissed you off. And you were proceeding with caution, as you should. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep doing what you're doing. This person lied about you to cover up their illegal activities. There is someone here who's a false prophet or teacher. Okay, they lost their spiritual gifts, so they're fake now. Even if they weren't before, this was fake love, and this person is a false preacher, false teacher, false prophet, false religious person. Like I said, if they had the same gifts as you, they used them for bad, ill intent purposes. And so they have been stripped. And I feel like this was a decision made by the entity that was able to call judgment on them. You know, if you believe in any parts of the Bible, and, you know, if you've heard the story of the accuser going to God saying, okay, well, this person does this. Well, the accuser accused you of some shit you were guilty of, and you lost your spiritual gifts because you done been caught up in your bullshit. Okay, you didn't think it was that serious. You didn't think there were any consequences for this. You fucked around and found out, and you have no idea how much worse this is going to get for you. And this is for a masculine energy. Better mousetrap. Eat your words. You literally got caught in your own mousetrap, dude. Like, you... they don't call him the deceiver for you know... I'm trying to be careful about this. I don't want to piss off anything or anyone. But there's a reason they call this entity the deceiver. Because now you have to eat your words. Okay? You broke a contract that they had with this divine femme and that they had with you when you allowed them to take you over. Someone here has the luck of the Irish, and you're keeping quiet. You could know this person's going to kick the bucket because you know what your contract says. And if you don't, you're about to find out. This is part of the contract. I really don't want to get into this, but part of this contract, if the contract gets broken, you're dead. Okay? You die. Okay? If you allow an entity to take possession over you, or this demon has possession over you, if there's any sort of contract with this person, in this specific contract, I don't know how it is for all contracts, but in this very specific one, if you break the contract, you die. And so someone went back on their agreement, or they didn't fulfill their agreement. They didn't fulfill some sort of aspect of their agreement. And so judgment is death. They didn't want to bury the hatchet with you. Now they're crying. This person wanted to be bad to the bone, and that's okay. But this is blind leading the blind, and now they have to eat the bullet for what they did. And now someone is going to be afraid of his or her own shadow because they're going to enter into a psychotic break, a manic episode, a psychotic episode, spiritual psychosis. It is very heavy. I'm already at 58 minutes, and I still have this deck to get through. And I apologize if my phone cuts off. I'm not going to continue. I have some videos uploading, and sometimes my phone gets hot, and this is the longest I've recorded in a little bit, one specific one. So just bear with me here if it cuts off. You know, hold on, I gotta turn this down. Okay. So, team player here. In January, Scorpio, and an Aries. I'm telling you not to fuck with Aries right now, y'all. Tuesday, two peas in a pod, someone who's older and wiser dealing with this fine kettle of fish. So someone here, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're older than wiser. They can just be older than dirt. So there could be an age difference. Someone here who's older, working with a younger group of people, and Sunday. So someone was supposed to ultimately partner up with you back in January. By January, there's a Scorpio here that was supposed to learn to work with you, take care of some shit. They chose to partner up with someone who is just like them, two peas in a pod. But in partnering up with someone and working against you, they broke the contract. And this could be a past January, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be this January. It could have been like a couple Januaries ago. But someone was supposed to partner up with you. Now they're missing you, but they pulled the wool over your eyes. And a Leo could be significant, but someone's about to be poor as a church mouse. They're left spinning their wheels. This person's a fair weather friend, and that's just plain and simple. Like, that's how they were, they broke their contract because they wanted the bigger, better deal, and they thought someone else was the bigger, better deal, and they found out that they got scammed, catfish, or ended up with someone who's just like them. And you know what? There's no time like the present for this to be sorted out and dealt with. Because you're tired of dealing with this, and there's no time like the present for someone to get arrested. They're going to be getting arrested. This is someone that you lived under the same roof as, or someone that you live under the same roof as now could be getting arrested, and they're losing their shit because someone let the cat out of the bag. Because there is a real love contract, but it's not. This person broke it. They don't really love you. If they did, they wouldn't have done this to you. But this is someone that you may have love for that got caught red-handed, and they do something in the nighttime. And they were playing the field. So they did you dirty. They got caught. This is someone that you actually loved and had feelings for. They got caught red-handed doing some shit in the nighttime, and they broke your contract. Okay? If part of your contract is someone has to be loyal to you, they have to be loyal to you. Whether this is a marriage contract, spiritual contract, whatever the case, they were bound to a contract. Saturday could be significant. Saturday night could be significant. Someone wants to see eye to eye with you. They're going to come to you and say they love you because they have court now. Oh, I love you. Don't you want to, the contract's null and void at this point. Look before you leap, okay? You are no longer in a contract with this person, which is why they're about to, I can't even say the wrath of God that's going to be poured out on them, because the things below are going to issue out the wrath on this. You are no longer bound by a contract with this person or demon, and it could be significant, okay? But they're going to come back to you and say, oh, but we have this contract, we have this, that, and the other. No, not anymore. You don't. You really don't. And so it's up to you if you want to renew. Like if you're a divine femme and you had this contract with the demon, maybe you wanted to get out of this contract, but if you didn't, you're going to have to renegotiate whatever terms this is. Especially if there was a specific person that you had in mind to be like your earthly partner, your earthly husband, whatever the situation is. I don't want to get into your contract. Al could be significant. Alabama could be significant. Alistair. Alan. S. Someone could have ALS, or they're going to be diagnosed with ALS. Lou Gehrig's disease could be significant. Lou Gregor's, something like that. G. Gregory syndrome. I don't know what that is. R. I don't know if I've ever heard of Gregory syndrome itself. F. I just heard something in another language, and Gregorus Nefaris or something like that, and I don't know what that means, and I don't want to start saying shit that I don't want to start, like, I don't want to summon shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not going to start doing that. R. O. Y. Someone's name could be Roy Alabaster. I don't know why I keep Roy Alistair. Raylan. J. Royce, a Rolls Royce could be significant. Another R. So we have 3 R's here. Someone's definitely at a crossroads. There's like a 3-way crossroads. Like, there are 3... There's like... And I feel like that's the crossroads here. Is like there's 2 souls here. And then the entity attachment. So it's like there's a 3-way... I heard Mexican standoff. Like, you know, like there's a 3... You know... if you know what that is. And that's not racist or anything like that. Like, if you know what a Mexican standoff is, if you don't, you know, look it up or ask someone. All right, so we have ALSJGFOYRRRM. I hope this helps. Have a good day.